It's your girl, Miss Aja Maya, aka Queen, aka the Makeup Healer, period. And I'm here with the beautiful
Deandra Lachey.
period. And this is my first YouTube episode where the Makeup Healer herself has in-depth conversations while making the women feel beautiful in my chair. So let's get into it. I'm so excited, y'all. This is gonna be a good episode. Me and her was having such good conversation off camera. I said, okay, it's time for us to turn on the camera and have this conversation.
Okay, finding yourself or getting back to yourself. Let's do getting back to yourself. So, I guess my question is, when you feel lost, what is it that you do, or how do you get back to yourself? Because I feel like that's where I am.
Great question. What I do, I'm a spiritual person. I'm a believer in God, okay? And I truly believe in prayer. How I get back to myself is through prayer, meditation, and journaling. I'm a writer. I feel like I'm a good communicator. Like I feel like I'm a good communicator when it comes to everyday conversations, but when it comes to emotions, So with that being said, I like writing.
Okay.
So I'll just write out my emotions. I've actually done like a burn ritual where basically you time yourself. Like you set a timer. And you just write out your feelings. It doesn't have to make sense or anything. You just write it out. And then after you write it out, you make sure you don't read it, because I feel like if you read what you're doing, then you're like re-internalizing the emotions you have. If that makes sense. And then you just burn it. You just burn it. And just be like, I release whatever it is. So when my spirit is feeling heavy or anything like that, that's what I do.
Okay.
For sure.
I feel like I'm in that stage though. So what I'm doing is I think really learning myself. What truly makes me happy. Try to figure out how to live this life that where I'm not gonna say happy all the time, but where I'm just okay and at peace with being me.
That's deep.
Yeah. So what makes me happy? What learning what if I'm overwhelmed or stressed, what'll make me happy? And I figured out like, oh, a nice walk will do it for me.
So that's simple. You're better than me.
Yeah, a nice walk will do it for me. I used to think I need to go shopping. I need a little retail therapy, but what if finances is what's stressing you? So how do you do retail therapy if finances is what's stressing you? So I wanted to make it a little simpler than that. What can I do right now? If I'm stressed out right now and I don't have any resources, what can I do right now that'll really help me feel better? And I can go somewhere. I like walking in wooded areas, so I can go somewhere where I could like take a nice walk. And sometimes I find myself walking 3 or 5 miles, and after that it's like, all right, I'm de-stressed. Now what's the plan? How do I get back?
Are you an earth sign?
I don't know. I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, you're an earth sign. No wonder you like going out in nature.
Yeah.
That's like an earth sign.
Outside desert for me. Okay. But I just learned that. Maybe within like the last 2 years.
It's like trial and error?
Yeah. I started walking. I used to always say like retail therapy is my thing. But when you're 22, 23 in college, what's retail therapy? You got $5 in your bank. Like what's retail therapy? Right. So it's like you just really gotta get in tune with yourself. And I don't feel like people of our color are really like taught these things. How do you learn yourself when you have mom, dad, grandma, society, your peers, when you have so many people like behind you, you feel like they're watching you, they have these expectations of you, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So how do I find myself when I have so many people back here weighing in on me? their dreams. But I'm stuck. I'm at a pause right now. So what do I do?
That's a real question.
What else?
I think it's so. I think it's so hard to like look at social media, like you said, and just think to yourself, oh, I'm failing, or think to like, when is it my turn, or you know what I'm saying, like, what am I doing wrong? But you know what? Their journey is their journey. Yeah. Your journey is your journey.
And let me say this. I think it's even harder if you're a hater. And I think you gotta learn how to be real with yourself about that. Because I'm the type of person where if I'm going through a time, so I tell my friends all the time, don't hold your accomplishments back, or don't feel like you can't talk to me about this because you feel like, you know, I'm in a bad space. I need to hear that. I need to see somebody else like living their dreams. I need to see. If it's raining over me, don't bring your rainy cloud. I need some sunshine. So please I need to see God working in somebody else's life. If I feel like I'm in a pause, I need to see Him like making it happen for somebody else. So
because it gives you
hope.
It gives you hope.
Right? Yeah. Show me what can happen if I set the course. Like, you know, show me what it's gonna be like when I come out of the other side of this tunnel. So that's. I think when you're a hater, it's hard to see other people shining and you feel like you're not. I think so. I think that's kind of my deep root.
You have the cutest little blushes. Like the little,
oh,
like the bowl.
They come from Granny.
Period.
They come from Granny.
I love it. It's so cute. And the perfect brows. Like, you have the perfect face in my opinion.
I still haven't really got them done. Thank you. I still haven't really got them done.
Oh, girl, don't worry about it. I'm about to show you what I've been wearing. When I'm wearing makeup, you don't have to worry about none of that.
It's like,
it's still recording. Okay, it's still going. We're doing good. Okay. But yeah, especially with the hater part, because, you know, like I said, you know, some of my accomplishments that I have that I still haven't shared online mainly comes from that.
Yeah.
Mainly stems from me like, I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
or just the feeling that I gotta protect what God is doing for me. But are we supposed to do that? Like, am I supposed to show the world what God is doing and how God is moving in my life? Because when you see me, you're supposed to see what God can do, right? You're supposed to be able to feel God's love through me. But why do we feel like we gotta protect how He's moving up? I mean,
you convicted me.
I
don't know.
I just thought about that.
I don't know. I like this.
But I do know. I do that too. Oh snap!
Gotta get your baby.
1 hour later.
Just talking about, should we share
what God is doing in our lives?
What God is doing in our lives,
or should we protect it? So I feel like we've been told, or that we feel like we need to protect what God is doing in our lives because we don't want negativity to hit it, right? Mm-hmm. We don't want nobody to sabotage what we got going on. We don't want people to down talk our dreams, right? We don't want people to, if I got a goal or if it's something I'm trying to do, I don't want anybody to tell me what I'm trying to do is too big, or don't try to talk me out of what I got going on because, you know, you didn't shoot for yours or anything. But then on the other hand, because we do have a relationship with God, we know that God will bless us in front of our enemies. So,
and that's on period. So yeah.
The real question is, are we supposed to protect it? Are we supposed to hide it? And I really don't know the answer to that.
I wish I knew the answer. I say I always go with my gut. Mm-hmm. I think it's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
And I truly believe, I see that, like, with certain manifestations that you're trying to do, I feel like you can ruin it if you speak too soon.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
And you have to use the spirit of what we call discernment.
Yeah.
So you know who you're working with, and you know who you can share this kind of stuff with. Because like we said earlier, even if it's family, sometimes, you know, they can sometimes put doubt into what you want to do too. Mm-hmm. Even though they love you, because even though they love you, they want what's best for you. Doesn't mean what they see what's best for you is really what's best for you.
And is that the best thing for you? Because how do they know? They don't know, like, the end of your world. They don't know what's out there. what to say, eyes have not seen.
Oh, girl, you about to say.
It's not her. So, I mean, you just gotta, you
She
gotta.
preaching.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
No.
God, for real. Like, you really gotta trust God. So, I feel like that's where I'm at.
You're just trusting God, huh?
Yeah, I'm not doubting myself anymore. I've never really cared about other people doubting me. For me, it was really me. So I think that's another thing. Like, you gotta really get in tune. And who's the naysayer in your life? What's holding you back? And for me, it was all me.
Yeah.
It was all me. Entertaining the wrong things. Not giving 100% of myself. And this year, I'm just not doing that anymore.
Man, y'all, starring little man.
Okay.
Wait
Being
to
a
the
good
people,
baby.
boo-boo. Wait to the people, boo-boo.
Hey.
Like, how does that work for you? How do you see it?
For me, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't realize how lost I was. I didn't realize how lost I was until I had kids. Because as a little girl, when we start playing with dolls or whatever, we start developing in our mind the types of mom. What type of mother will I be? So growing up, I always had envisioned like the type of mom I would be. Things that I would want to do with my kids and things of that nature. So now that I have these kids, it's like, how did I stray so far away from that? How did I get away from that point? So, but it's just not about being a mom because, my older son, he could be happy as ever. I can go to the dollar store and get him a $5 toy, and this child is the happiest he's ever been in his life.
Aww.
But I don't feel that, right? My happiness isn't just revolved around my son, so I need to make myself happy. I can't pour from an empty cup. So, like, it was real important for me. This is crazy. I had a job where I had to be at work at 8:30 in the morning. But it's extremely important to me to drop my son off to school in the morning. I don't know why, mothers, we just have our thing. So for me, I want to be the person to drop my son off at school in the morning. I want to make sure we say little affirmations before you go into school. I want to make sure, you're not getting hollered at or rushed at in the morning. I want to make sure, like, you got your little snack before you get there. I want to make sure you start your day off positive. That's important to me. So in order for me to do that, I need to be the one to carry my son to school. Well, you can't always do that when you're working on somebody else's clock, right? So I'm telling myself, well, if you would have chased your dream the way you should have, you wouldn't have to, go to work and ask, to take a shorter lunch so I can get to work a little later in the morning time so I can, be able to take my son to school because that's important to me. You wouldn't have to do that. So now I'm starting to tell myself, well, how do I get back to, chasing my dream, but being a mom too? And the thing is, just do it. For me, it's just doing it. So right now in 2023, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. I'm going to chase my dream and be a mom. I'm still going to be fabulous. Because, we get so caught up in, my kids got to look good. My kids going to look good and smell good and da-da-da. But then you see us and we look raggedy, right? As long as the kids look good. No. Like, this is still my life.
Like you said, you can't pour from
this is still my life. So I need to look good. I need to feel good. I need to present myself. Because when you look good, you show up.
I always say, when you look good,
you gonna do good. Like, you gonna want to be, but when you half stepping, you trying to hurry up and get this over with so you can hurry up and go back into your shell, right? But when you looking good, you out there, you ready to show the world what you got. So I feel like for moms, that's the first step. Do you fill yourself up?
You heard it here, y'all.
Get that hair done, buy you that nice outfit, whatever it is that you feel like you need to do it. You gonna take care of your kids because you're a mother. That's what we do. We nurture. You gonna do that. But don't. I just hate to see us keep like letting ourselves go. Yesterday when I got my hair done, I'm like, yeah, I ain't had my hair done since my baby been born. I need to do something about this. Like, it's so easy to like let ourselves fall by the wayside because we think, well, we ain't gonna hear ourselves complain, but you are. In your mind, you are. You're telling yourself like, where you at? I need you. I need you to show up. I need you to be you. And it's crazy because you are the one who have to pull it out. So,
period. I agree.
That's how I find myself.
Well, you heard it from a mom's perspective, y'all. You heard it from a mom's perspective. For sure. What keeps you, do you have self-love things that you do for yourself? Do you, when you get down in the dumps or you get sad, what do you do to bring yourself back? What do you do to get yourself more aligned?
So I think the first thing is you gotta notice when you gotta notice when the sadness and the depression or whatever it is coming on, right? Mm-hmm. So you gotta look back. I think everybody should journal, for one thing. So now that I'm more self-aware, I'm about to say this to the public. Okay. So now that I'm more self-aware, I can look back on times where I've truly been like depressed or stressed out, and I can say I notice when something's not right about me based off how I keep the space around me.
That's deep.
So if my room is starting to get junkier and piling up, or if my car is starting to get junky and piling up, and I'm not cleaning it as I usually do, something's not right around me. I think I read somewhere it's called like high functioning depression or something like that. Like things around me will be cluttered if I'm not okay. So it's like cluttered, like
you're observant.
It's like cluttered, like the thoughts in my mind or whatever. And the moment, it's crazy because the moment where I say, all right, Shay, you got to fix this, I'm thinking like fixing whatever's in my mind or whatever I'm depressed about. But the way I get up and start fixing it is I'll start like cleaning my room, like deep cleaning my room, or I'll just randomly get up and go like to the car wash, and I won't pay anybody else to do it. I'll actually do it like because you're thinking while you're cleaning, and I don't really know like what the correlation is, but I have realized like that's how I realize when like things aren't right. So I pray more. Sometimes you gotta like miss a family event or not go to that girls' lunch or brunch or anything, so you can sit with yourself in solitude and be quiet and like really listen for God. Because I'm gonna tell you, in the times where I feel like I couldn't hear Him, I was depressed. Cause like, God, are you not talking to me anymore? Like, have you forgotten about me? Like, I'm waiting. Where you at? So, sitting by myself, being comfortable being by myself, not feeling like I have to be around people 24/7. Because sometimes that's why we can't hear God. Sometimes we can't hear Him because there's no room for Him. We got too much other stuff going on. So that's the way that I really had to, get real with myself and sit alone so I can figure out what my next steps are. So I can hear God, so He can tell me where to move, tell me where to go. Because I'm tired of making the wrong steps. I'm tired of going wrong. I'm tired of feeling like I'm holding myself back. So sit alone. Be alone for a little while. I think that's so important. Be alone.
Yeah. I don't think people understand the importance of solitude.
Mm-hmm. But I also think it's important for you to know, like, when what you do for yourself isn't enough. Like, when you need more help. And I feel like in our community, therapy isn't talked about enough. But we need it.
I'm hearing ringing in my ear. This is destined.
We need it.
We were destined to have this conversation.
We need it. I'm telling you, we need it. You go to a doctor, and when you sick, sometimes that ginger ale and that chicken noodle soup not enough. So just like sometimes that ginger ale and chicken noodle soup is not enough, sometimes the things that you do for yourself to make yourself feel better isn't enough. Sometimes you can't heal yourself. You need that therapy. So
that's why I call myself the makeup healer.
I
love this. I love women feeling comfortable having conversations with me. Real conversations. Yeah. We need this. And women, let me say this. Seriously. Like, I'm so glad this is coming up in my head right now at this very moment. Because women, instead of us looking at each other as competition, this is what matters right here.
Yeah.
Because we need each other. Like, community.
Yeah.
We need each other.
It's like, but I will say it's not our fault that we view each other that way as competition. It's not our fault.
Tell me why I see that.
Cause I can look at, okay, so I can't speak for other people's families, but I'll say like systematically we're taught to see each other as competition. We're taught to rank each other. We're taught to be better than. We're taught to look better than. We're taught to be faster than. To put this on so you can look better. Put this on so you can be presented better. Don't eat that. Be skinnier. Now is they don't want you to be skinnier. They want you to be plump. They want you to be thick in these areas, smaller in these areas. So you're always looking at the next woman like she got this. We're taught to do that. We're trained to do that. But it's on us if we continue to do it.
That's right. Because we got to
It's
make
on
a
us if
change.
we continue to do it.
We can't keep blaming this person, that person. We got to take accountability and make a change. Now, I'm not gonna be the one to say I'm gonna change it with every person I meet.
No.
I'm just saying the ones that God grants me the honor to have a connection with, like me and your connection, how organically it happened. That's what I feel like my purpose is, or the changes that I'm making, so that there are people out here that have good hearts. There are people out here that, you know, genuinely mean well. The ones that get it, get it. The ones that don't, don't.
So y'all, I am 100% satisfied.
Period.
This is my first time like wearing lashes. I'm in love with them. The beat is everything. Even my grandma like it, y'all, and she don't do makeup at all. My sister want hers done. Grandma want hers done.
Period, y'all. Sit in my chair. So I just wanted to give you guys a peek into my lifestyle, what I do when I have my clients, the conversations we have, the healing conversations we have, and just connecting as women. And let me know if you guys love it. Make sure you subscribe, you like, put a thumbs up, and I'll be back for more. Bye, y'all.